Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spencer Keck with the Hillbilly Think Tank, and I am coming at you live from Kentucky. I'm not in my normal spot, sitting actually at a charter vehicle. Don't call me a moron. So, I am, as I said, from Kentucky, where we value life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And today, just got to talk a little bit about something that I really think we've been ignoring. And that is the fact that we've gotten to where we are right now because Citizens United allows kleptocracy. It made us into an oligarchy, took away our democracy. We've got to get it back. Citizens United allows unfettered access to politicians by corporations and billionaires. They don't have to disclose how much they're giving, and they can give as much as they want. Or if they do disclose it, again, they can give as much as they want. So it doesn't matter whether they disclose it or not. They are buying our politicians. So we do not have a representative democracy anymore. The only entities that our politicians represent are corporations and billionaires. This is how you get American citizens being shot in our streets and no one doing anything about it. So, how are we going to stop this? Well, the only way we can stop it is if we end Citizens United. You know, I hear talk about, oh, we need term limits. You know what? If you have an end to billionaires and corporations being able to put as much money into the pocket of the politicians as they want, it won't matter about how many terms a congressman or a senator can be in office, because they're not going to be there if they're not there for having their pockets filled up by these corporations and billionaires. You also we must get rid of the ability of any politician getting into Wall Street to invest while they're in office. We can't have the president investing in Wall Street while we're in office. We can't have House of Representatives investing in Wall Street while they're in office. And we can't have senators investing in Wall Street while they're in office. That is insider trading. It's illegal for you. It's illegal for me. Why isn't it illegal for them? They have all the inside know-how. You know, Martha Stewart went to prison for insider trading, but have you ever seen any of our politicians do this? And yeah, I'm calling out Democrats that do the same, because we know that the Pelosi family made a lot more money in office than they did outside office. We also know that Marjorie Taylor Greene went from having less than $100,000 to $800,000 once she started her insider trading. So, of course, that's a Republican, but yeah, she made out like a bandit before she left. So what are we going to do? The only thing we can do is elect up and down the board folks who will get rid of Citizens United. We have to have at least 2/3 in the House, 2/3 in the Senate of folks that are against Citizens United. We have to make an amendment to the Constitution stating that corporations are not people too. And corporations cannot give unlimited amounts of money as if they are people speaking. That's not speech. That is grift. That is buying politicians. And that is creating what we've got now, where our Congress is not responding to us. And what do they respond to? These corporate Democrats and these guardians of the pedophiles only respond to people who are making money off of the military industrial complex. And inside of that complex, we now have to include ICE, which has a budget that's 3 times the budget of the United States Marine Corps. ICE has a budget that is larger than the budget of Russia. They're larger than the budget of Russia's military. ICE has a larger budget than Russia's military, and ICE is buying missiles. They're buying anything they can use against us. What do they need missiles for? They are supposed to be only operating inside our nation, and they're really only supposed to be taking out the violent criminals. Now, they did a great job under the Obama and Biden administration. We know that the Obamas and Bidens used immigration to take out a lot of these immigrants. Right? They took out more than this president has so far. Their job right now, though, is not to take out violent criminals as they're being advertised. It is to harass us, intimidate us, and as the Attorney General Pam Bondi said, she will take ICE out of Minnesota as soon as Minnesota turns over their voting records. So the administration wants all the personal information about Minnesota voters. That's the only reason they're in Minnesota. Pam Bondi has said so. And they'll get out. She'll make sure that Nome takes them out as soon as they submit personal information that the Fed should not have. So what are we going to do? All right, so I've got some comments here. I'll try to run through them. Copycats says, you're 100% correct on that. It's pure grift. Yep. Nothing else but grift. And that's what ICE is now. Grift and terrorism. Jason Flay says, this needs to be an issue taken up by both parties. Exactly. And that's what I'm calling for. If you recall, it was Senator McCain, a Republican, along with a Democrat, that came up with a law voted on by the House and Senate and passed that limited the amount of contributions people could make. And it was there to get this corporate money out of our democracy. It is the Supreme Court that gave us Citizens United, that gave us this. So to overcome it, it has to be a constitutional amendment that is able to be forced past the Supreme Court. And we can only do that if we have a 2/3 majority in both the House and the Senate, that number one, cannot be vetoed by the president, and number two, can make it past the Supreme Court, because we know that they are bought and sold just as well. All right, so Warlock asks, who is they? And as we can see, Coffee Cats went on ahead and answered that. Said who I'm talking about. Thank you, Coffee Cats. Ding. Good to hear you, Ding. Ding says facts. Appreciate it, Ding. So, as Coffee Cats is saying here, Bondi is committing extortion. And again, this is kleptocracy. And what fits better with kleptocracy than extortion? We've got kleptocrats. We don't have anybody in office right now that is 100% coming out and saying, hey, we are against oligarchy. Well, I say, when we have 7 Democrats voting to fund this nonsense that's going on right now, then they're saying they're sought and, they're bought and sold, and they are part of the kleptocracy, and they've got to go too. So, all right. So, Ashley Babbitt attacked federal police and Preddy didn't. There you have it. I couldn't have said it better. Renaissance Hillbilly. MAGA followers will never believe anything other than Ashley Babbitt was a virginal saint. My opinion, she asked for what she got. All right. Couldn't ask for better interactions tonight. I appreciate it. So, Renaissance Hillbilly also said, this has gone on for years, but it exponentially worse after Citizens United. Look back at the Teapot Dome scandal. We don't want to go back there. Well, looks like we've gone back there, sadly. I think this is worse than Teapot Dome scandal, to be honest. Bewildered Bunny. I think it may be possible to defeat CU at the state level. All right. Dang, good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the snow days. All right, y'all. Really appreciate the conversation. Appreciate the interaction. Now is our time for action. It's our call to action. We have to appreciate that their Coffee Cats Casper is extremely cute. That's my white puppy there. So, only way to get rid of kleptocracy is for us to take our democracy back. It is our duty to vote in the primaries. Make sure you vote for someone in the primaries who is a goddamn fighter. We can't have any more namby-pamby shit, and we can't have any more people that are dedicated only to lining their pockets. Democrats alike. I don't care if you're a Democrat. If you vote against your state's and your nation's best interest, and you vote for them killing us more, you need to get the fuck out of there. Give someone who is not sold out and who has not sold their soul to this corporation of catastrophe. All right. Appreciate it, Coffee Cats. I will try to keep speaking the truth here at the Hillbilly Think Tank. Y'all, remember, in Kentucky, united we stand and divided we fall. We stand for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's the only way that democracy can work. It has to be that way for all of us, not just some of us. We love our brothers as ourselves. We love our sisters as ourselves. And we are our brother's keeper and our sister's keeper. So God bless our corazon. And let's all remember we're in it together. We'll stand together or we'll fall together. Berea, Olivia is an amazing, amazing place. I've got to get over there and do a video from there. There's so much amazing, wonderful history from there. And we talk about fighting against slavery. That was the heart of the fight against slavery, was right there in Berea. And actually, it was the heart of fighting against Jim Crow also. God bless Berea. Y'all have a good night and keep each other warm. Check on your neighbors. Make sure that they're not freezing.